new apocalypse, Mr. Mannheim.
Who are you?
Your new lord and master. You may call me Darkseid.
Breaker 19. We got Darkseid's couch on our back door. This is Birthday Boy.
This is Mike.
I'm Shée.
Nobody else had funny trucker names. Fuck
Nope.
you guys.
Nope.
I didn't realize that's where this was going.
Right. All the funny trucker names are taken by this comic book.
There are some fantastic, horrible trucker names in this comic book. Oh my goodness. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday!
But when you're hearing this, it will be my birthday. So we decided to do a book that's actually, it was published the month of my birthday in the year of our Lord 1983.
Yeah, it paved the way for your birth.
It really set the tone.
It's your Christmas.
I guess your mom read it and just like immediately went into labor, probably.
All right.
Yeah, I was a preemie. I was 3 months preemie, but then she saw this comic book.
James came out like the maggot in the fly dream.
Just slide on out in a viscous puddle.
Were you really 3 months preemie?
No. I don't know.
Oh,
Y'all remember
possible.
that? Y'all remember that Cronenberg fucking the fly where she's dreaming about giving birth and it's the wiggly maggot, the giant one?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's a gruesome movie. Don't do it. Don't do it, dude.
No, this is not The Fly. This is US1.
Yep.
One of the many books that Marvel tried to bury.
Right. But really it tries to put over the trucking life real hard.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was reading this, I was realizing, as I said this last week, we already kind of did all of our trucking jokes when we did Miss Marvel #5, almost exactly a year ago today. Like,
oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, all those trucking references.
Very forgettable.
Yeah, I don't remember this at all.
Oh, that was when Miss Marvel was intercepting a truck with who was it? The Vision was on the truck, and then Mojo was hiding. Not Mojo, but MODOK was hiding in the back there.
Yeah,
just jerking off, watching everybody.
Yep, I remember this.
Yeah.
Didn't we have some ninja truck drivers at some point?
Yep.
Or am I just thinking of that movie with Kirk Douglas?
I think you're thinking...
Big Trouble in Little China.
Not Kirk Douglas, Kurt Russell.
That movie's amazing.
I think you're thinking of an issue of Catwoman that we haven't actually done on the show yet, but we might.
Cool.
I guess we should have as Ninja Truckers.
Ninja Truckers. It's been on the list. So we got a lot of items to get to.
I think Big Trouble in Little China was the basis for Mortal Kombat.
Sure.
If you watch Big Trouble in Little China and you like put it in that perspective of Mortal Kombat, you're like, well, goddamn.
And Kurt Russell was Kano. I could see that.
I don't know. Kurt Russell belongs in everything.
He would have made an excellent Kano.
I'm a huge Kurt Russell fan. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, he's got that great windswept hair. Kurt Russell would have been a great US1 back in the day. He could have done this role perfectly.
Well, I mean, Big Trouble in Little China is kind of what he did.
Yeah, he was a trucker.
Yeah, he was.
I bet if I recut all the Kurt Russell movies, I can hodgepodge together a US1 movie.
All right,
I can make that happen.
Yeah.
As we speak, as we're recording this, Canadian truckers are opposing Canada's vaccine mandate right now.
Really? What do they care? They're locked away in their trucks
because I don't know. They don't think they should have to get a vaccine to come into the country.
We gotta get you some of those Trump rap. Like I ain't taking no vaccine for the soundboard. That we can play.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to hear that all the time. Nicole, I mean, this is Giuliani's about the closest I want to get.
Like their horses or sheep?
Oh, sheep! What a great dude.
I don't know if I'm gonna have to retire that when he inevitably collapses and dies in like 9 seconds.
The only dying we're gonna see from him is from his hair.
Yeah. Oh,
isn't that weird? Where like you're bald on the side, you're bald except for hair on the sides, right? You got the Larry from the Three Stooges look, and you're dyeing it to look youthful.
Yeah.
You're bald as shit.
Yeah, he should have just shaved it. Just embraced it.
That's just so bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to accomplish there, but it worked. It changed my political affiliations.
Right.
You
got all the Trump raps.
So yeah, this is a book called US1 about a truck driver with a metal head who can hear CB radio through his brain.
Right. Not what I thought was going to this book be about.
Nope.
Well, this book is fairly grounded, but over the 12 issues of this book, eventually he goes into space. He races his truck in space.
Sweet.
It gets out of control.
How does that work?
I don't know. I didn't read all 12 issues. It's out of control. It's pretty nutty. It's pretty kooky. US1 #1, a book called US1 Coming At Ya, written by Al Milgrom, art by Herb Trimpe. The first to draw Wolverine for publication, Herb Trimpe.
Oh, hey, legend.
Yeah. Al
He-
Milgram, by the way, was fired for sneaking a jab at recently fired editor-in-chief Bob Harris into an issue of Universe X in 2001. He put some not flattering comments in the background of a book and got fired for it.
Why? What do they care?
I mean, they probably don't want to get a reputation as people that post slanderous, libelous comments in their comic books.
What did he say?
Now he
Specifically,
he just said that Bob Harris was a mean SOB and stuff like that. It really wasn't that bad. There was enough to get you fired.
I mean, I would highlight that in the cover.
Yeah. What's funny is Marvel inadvertently published it, like the editor caught it and edited it out, but then they used the wrong file and published it anyway. And then years later, when they went to publish the trade, they used the wrong file again and published it with it in the trade.
Accidentally, quote.
Yeah, accidentally. But yeah, that's where we are. And so this was a book that Tyco had a line of trucks coming out called US1, and they reached out to Marvel to make a comic book out of a line of trucks that had no characters.
Oh, sweet. So there's there's going to be a commercial for it.
Yeah, I couldn't find, and like, I don't like, it's suggested that they were working on a cartoon and everything, but I don't think any of that ever came to pass. I couldn't find any record of a cartoon or anything.
I'm going to have a lot of trucking questions during this book because,
I'm sure I can answer them.
Because there's some issues.
Yeah, there's some issues with the issues. Herb Trimp also, I guess he would hang out at local truck stops learning about truckers in the industry as research, or at least that's what he told his wife he was spending so much time at truck stops for.
Yeah, I mean, besides all the dick sucking.
It's for a comic book, Diane. All right, a comic book about trucks. You're so full of shit.
I'm not interested in these lot lizards.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think we can go into it. Yeah.
The trucking life, or even the local truck stop preacher will suck your dick.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what he's for. That's what he's there for.
Mm-hmm.
On the cover here, we have our guy. So US1, he wears some blue jeans, of course, and a white shirt. Why wouldn't he?
As a man does.
He's got like a thriller jacket on, and he's got a red headband and some wavy blonde hair.
And he's got a belt buckle that says US.
Yeah, it does.
For us.
And then in the background we've got a mysterious Phantom of the Opera type guy with a large cape. He's looking badass, standing on some cliffs.
Who's not in the book?
He's in the book a little bit.
Yes, he is. He's the villain.
He's in the book. He just doesn't look like this.
That's true. He doesn't have a Spawn cape. That's true.
This cover was made first.
Yes.
It's entirely possible they made this cover before they knew what the comic book was going to be.
This is what they were using to let people know what they were doing.
Just
at
write
Marvel.
this.
They're like, this is the demo. Like, what does the metal cap do? He goes, I don't know yet.
Yeah, figure it out. Figure it out why this guy's a metal skull.
I just realized in the corner picture, the guy's winking.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, look at that corner box.
Squeezing out a little fart.
He's giving the thumbs up. The seal of quality.
Because he's a gross trucker. Who doesn't get vaxxed.
Yeah, he's not. And the thing is, he's not, as we'll see in the book, he's not really a trucker.
No.
But he's really attracted to the trucking life.
Right. He's
Weird.
a poser.
Yeah, he definitely is. All right. So let's see what's going on here. So we start the book and we see that there's US1. He's driving down the highway and he's screaming the name of the book at you. US1 coming at you.
Coming at you. Don't you know I gotta get you?
And then we see that this book is narrated by Mike's dad.
I can see that James and Shée aren't cool enough to know Cypress Hill lyrics.
I'm more of a Tribe Called Quest guy.
Fucking lame asses.
Yeah, name 3 songs.
Oh, narrated by my dad? That's not what my dad looks like.
No, this is how I assume your dad
Well,
looks
that's how he dresses sometimes.
Yeah, in overalls and a salmon-colored T-shirt.
Yeah, I kind of pictured your dad looking like this too.
No, my dad is.
Maybe with some facial hair.
My dad has always been clean shaven. He's also fairly short and really skinny, and he's always been that way.
Wow. No,
What's your mom look like?
My mom is very tall and very skinny.
Huh.
Wow. No, I just thought kind of like an old bag of meat, like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler.
Nope.
Can your mom carry your dad around?
Probably. That's what she does for a living. She works at a hospital taking care of people, so she's always like carrying around fat people. Rolling them over so she can clean up their butts.
Do you think your dad has to be on top because like your mom's too big in order to like make it work?
My parents had sex twice to produce 2 children, and that is the extent of their sex life.
Well, they perfected it. There's no need to continue.
My dad and my mom aren't like sexual people, even slightly. Although my mom is always very encouraging about me getting laid.
Well, good for her.
Because she
in the
wanted you
corner.
out of the house so she could get some dude.
I don't think that either of them.
She
Yeah,
might just be a great wingman.
yeah, they're not passionate people. They're like the farmers from the American Gothic painting.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
okay.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's not what I expected.
That's more like what my parents are like. Except the dad with the pitchfork is always super mad.
I mean, there's
Okay.
a lot of rage simmering in there for
Like
sure.
this guy, he seems like a happy, jolly guy. Like my dad has never been happy nor jolly ever.
Ah,
This guy, his name is Papa Wheelie. All right, that's what he calls himself.
Yep.
And he's sort of the adoptive father of US1. And he starts telling us our story about why US1 is a real hero, even though he really doesn't do anything heroic at all in this
No,
book.
not at all. He destroys a lot of trucks.
Yeah,
Dreams, what did your parents look like?
my mom was thin, but she didn't. It's odd because she was not a big person, but she smoked and everything. Didn't take care of herself, so she was just soft. And my father, I guess my father was a little bit closer to looking like Papa Wheelie here. Tall, stupid, outdated haircut that was cool in 1972, maybe. Just kind of a
found the
beefy
one that
dude.
worked.
Yeah, found the one that works, stuck with it. A beefy dude with a beer gut, not in shape, but big enough and thick enough that he could get away with it, and get away with not actually being cut. Yeah, it's kind of a big, thick slab of a guy.
I imagine my dad would be really jacked if he bothered to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen my dad eat a meal outside of Thanksgiving or Christmas.
So there's 2 days. I don't
That's
know,
pretty
maybe
much the only time he ever ate real food.
he could be a pod person.
Like,
Yeah.
pretty much, like, for most of my life growing up, my dad, he ate cookies, he drank Coke, and he smoked cigarettes.
Shée was on that diet for a while.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, sounds like my 20s.
And now my dad
early
just-
20s. No, my late 20s.
And now my dad just eats cookies and drinks Coke, and that's it.
Oh, no, that's me now.
Yeah, that's still Shée.
Yeah, you have the same frame and height as my dad.
I've never seen the two in the same room.
No,
I'm just
Mike,
saying.
I'm your dad now.
All right, nice. You've been
I'm your,
fucking
look at me.
Mike,
I'm the dad
Mike.
now.
Mike, I'm proud of you.
Ah, thanks. My dad's never said that. He
I'm
is
your
how-
dad now.
That's how he knows you're not him.
he is proud of me though. He's very proud that I figured out a way to not have a real job and I never got married. The two things he hated about his life most.
You should just get married just to twist the knife in him. Not even out of love, just to punish him.
I don't know. I know when I was
Yeah,
like,
that's going to turn out great.
I know when I was like, whenever I date someone seriously and for a long time, my dad is really against it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you have a point. I know when,
Yeah.
and whenever I had like effeminate guy friends in high school, my dad was really encouraging. Like he wanted me to be gay.
Well, I mean,
he-
does he really? You realize gay people can get married? Does he not aware?
I
of
know,
this?
but I think it was just like the responsibility of and the financial responsibility of having children. He wanted me to avoid because that was the worst part of his life.
Right. They are a huge burden.
Dude, I was a huge burden on my dad's life. My dad was a super cool dude before he had kids. We ruined him. All because my stupid mom tricked him.
Putting holes in that condom. Yeah.
My dad probably like
all the
didn't know,
tricks.
didn't know how to get laid, and then he's like finally found a woman willing to have sex with him, and then she's like, "Well, if we're gonna keep having sex, we need to get married. Well, if we're not getting married unless we're having children." He's like, "Okay," thinking with his dick.
He should have put hot sauce in the condom like Drake. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah.
Nope, I don't, but I
Yeah.
do want to hear all about it right now.
No, a woman like a model slept with Drake, and then after he was done, he took the condom off and like threw it in the trash can, but he threw like some Tabasco sauce or something in there to kill the sperm because he knew that anyone who fucks him is just going to try and like impregnate themselves so they can get money out of him. So she went into the bathroom and took the condom out and tried to like
Do that.
squeeze it out into her vagina, and it like burned her uterus out.
It didn't burn her uterus out.
All right, I sold the end of that a little hard, but it did hurt. She wasn't happy about it, and she was kind of indignant about it. It's like, well, bitch, you were trying to blackmail him into giving you money by bringing a child into this world.
Why
You got what you deserve.
Why didn't Drake just use spermicidal lubricant?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't trust it.
That
Not
shit
reliable
works.
enough. I don't know.
Thank God I never achieved anything in my life where women would try to do that.
I don't
Or the
want to do
exact
that.
opposite. I've had a few rushed trips to get the
Yeah.
plan B.
Let's double bag it while we're here. Why not? Let's be on the safe side. So then we meet our hero here, and his name is Ulysses Solomon Archer.
Yep,
All right,
awesome.
Yeah.
And his
And-
brother's name is like Hercules, Jefferson Hercules.
Jefferson Hercules Archer.
Yeah.
And Ulysses is the Roman word for Odysseus, which I know because I read both Ulysses and the Odyssey last year. Actually, last year on my birthday, Shée got me a very nice copy of Ulysses.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
2 consecutive birthdays with Ulysses, both of them of equal literary merit, I'm sure.
And who's
Hey,
on
that-
your shirt right now?
Oh yeah, I've got James Joyce on my shirt because I'm
And,
a nerd.
I tell you what, though, the Odyssey didn't have any fucking big rigs, honk honk.
Yep.
I don't know what they got. They got some. Yeah, they go none of that. Because why? Because they were idiots and they couldn't develop the technology.
So that's why Odysseus was lost at sea for so many years.
Yeah, 'cause he's a beta.
Yeah,
Can't invent trucks.
yeah. So Ulysses Solomon Archer, shortened to US1, and his brother is Jefferson Hercules Archer. And as we see,
Wait, hold on.
his-
It's not shortened to US1. It's just shortened to US.
they call him just US. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're never going to revisit this. Who's going to fact check this? And then we see that his father is clearly not his biological father.
Yeah, it
His
is.
father is dark skinned, like olive skinned, with thick black hair, and his son looks like a literal snowflake with
Yeah,
blonde
but
hair. on it.
look at his mom.
Yeah, we also see the parents here and the mom wearing an apron and everything, and we find out they're both big rig drivers.
Yeah, she looks
Yes.
just like US.
Yeah, I don't think you can mix those two and come out with a guy that looks as blonde as US. This
Okay.
You saw my dad, and then you saw me.
Yeah, my dad's very dark and swarthy, and my mom is very ginger, and I got all her stuff.
My dad has bright red hair, and I have almost black hair.
James, you don't understand genetics at all, you fucking idiot.
I'm still going with a horrible cucking accident.
Well, they are truckers.
Yeah.
Were they trucking together, or like where she was
Yeah,
like
So
because sometimes
apparently
couples do that.
they were out, going to cucking conventions, and I don't know what they were doing together. It's never explained why both of his parents were trucking together and where they were.
Because that's common. I see that at work. I'll see like the trucker bringing his wife along, or vice versa.
Well, where were these kids? Like, who was taking care of these kids?
Nobody. They're hillbillies.
Yeah. I guess, okay, so there's a diner nearby, and it's run by Papa Wheelie and his wife, Wide Load Annie.
Right, but that was a beard marriage.
Yes, absolutely.
Like wide load Annie.
That's such a derisive thing to call someone that you supposedly love.
That was back when you got yourself a beard so that you wouldn't cause no
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah. Well, Papa Wheelie is a complex man.
Papa Willie's going to truck stops is what he's doing.
Papa
Sorted through
Wheelie
a lot
has
of feelings.
needs.
Yeah.
Papa Willie's picking up hitchhikers.
Just seeing what they're about.
And
That's
he's
all.
Like, hey, I'm just throwing this out there.
Just experimenting. I know the code
I'm
of
not
the
saying
road.
he's a bad guy. where
No, he's not a bad guy.
No,
He's a great guy.
But he asks.
Yeah,
he's
he gets
just making-
permission.
he's like, so how old are you?
Yeah, he's getting real enthusiastic permission. Not that Louis C.K. permission. He's getting real permission.
We're back on that.
He's getting the real okay. So one day, there's a horrible accident. U.S.'s parents are killed by something that we don't see.
Yeah, they don't tell us. I'm
Yeah,
going to assume
Just an
a truck,
accident.
yeah, a trucking accident, which you'd think would turn him off trucks.
Yeah, no. It makes him love trucks even more.
All right, maybe he hated his parents.
It's like hush. All right. So then we see that Papa Wheelie and Wide Load are like, well, you can come stay with us at our diner, the Short Stop, which not to be confused with Frank Costanza's signature move, the Stop Short.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means.
It's from Seinfeld. Moving on.
It's when you stop short in the car and you reach over to the passenger side so you can cop a feel when your passenger goes flying forward.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like you're stopping them from hitting the dash.
But instead, you're molesting them.
You're getting
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
you're
was a
getting
different
little bit.
time, Shea. We like before the show we were talking about stuff that was a different time.
Yeah, but you were talking about like 18 years ago. This would have been when Frank Costanza was a child in like the 50s.
Right. Well, they did that for 50 years.
That is a very different time from 2002, 2004, whatever is
know.
18 years from now.
The sensibilities of 2002 would not fly with the sensibilities of today.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Like
Uh,
Bush.
he got away with a lot of shit. Oh,
Like we're
man.
not gonna put up with no 9/11s now.
Yeah. We'll never have a 9/11 again. Just pandemics from end to end.
It's constant 9/11s.
Yep.
9/11s became the norm.
Yeah. Just when everything's 9/11, nothing's 9/11.
Yeah. There's a shirt I want.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get through TSA, no problem with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, US decides that he's going to hang out at the shortstop, and what they're going to do here is US's brother is going to truck because he's a dullard. He's going to be a trucker. But
As
US
every dumbass person I've ever worked
Exactly.
with, like they've got their trucking licenses because that's all they could do.
the lifeblood of this country.
I was about to say, Mike, you know my dad was a trucker, right?
Well, your dad. Well, how smart was he?
A guy? I don't know. Smart, like average?
His first name wasn't Ulysses, I'll tell you that much.
No, it was not.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to trucking school when your name is Ulysses.
No, his name was a Frankenstein Superman, like all these rest of these truckers apparently.
So the idea is that Ulysses is gonna go to college because he's good with the book learning, right? And his brother's gonna truck to earn money to send Ulysses to college.
Truckers make like $100,000 now.
Right, but this was 1983.
Like now, if you want to make a shit ton of money, you can go be a trucker.
Yeah. Well, because nobody wants to do it. And everybody's got to get their Amazon packages. So therefore,
You know,
it's a valuable thing.
I don't think it's not that people don't want to do it. It's just I don't see how everyone can do it. That seems like really difficult. I couldn't drive a giant big rig.
Yeah, no,
It's
neither
very
could
difficult.
I.
Yeah,
Can
I've done
you
box
imagine?
trucks, and that's the most.
I freak out driving a van.
You know, this is funny because when we started the very first moment when we did our last trucking episode, that Miss Marvel episode, I mentioned my fear of driving trucks, and Mike originally seized on that and talked about how he wasn't afraid of driving trucks because he was a man.
Yeah. Well, I just
Yeah, that was
I'm just trying to
total
make
lie.
just trying to make shows happen.
Yeah, trying to get over.
I don't really feel one way or another about anything.
Oh no, we all know.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, what kind of a life would you have to lead to believe a tenth of what you're saying?
Like, come on now.
It'd be horrible.
Right?
So then we see that US goes to college and he goes full BEM, right? He's like the quarterback of the football team. He graduates magna cum laude. He's got degrees in computer programming design and electronics engineering. He's incredible.
But he still dreams of being a trucker.
That's all he wants to do.
Why? Because he's dreaming of all the stories of going to different truck stops and getting blowies from other truckers.
Yeah, in the last episode, I used the only two truck songs I could think of at the time, which were Grateful Dead's Truckin' and We Got a Great Big Convoy. So all I got left now is the Yellow River Boys Truck Stop Piss Club.
Yep.
It's the only song I got left to use on this episode.
Yep. You think Trump rappers are gonna make songs about the Canadian truck convoy?
Oh, I hope they do.
I hope so too.
I want American white rappers singing songs about Canadian truck mandates.
I'm going to write an email to Neil Young and I'm going to lie to him about what that's really about. So he writes a song about it.
He is a softie. He is a liberal cuck in every sense of the word.
Is he?
He's hyper liberal.
Right. We talked about this. We talked about this last week.
Neil Young is hyper liberal. He also gave us this.
Why keep
Our favorite songs.
Yep.
Favorite songs on the show.
I'll forgive him for that.
Yeah, I'm a big Neil Young guy. I love Neil Young.
You missed out playing that on me when I read the wrong comic.
Oh wow, yeah, I did.
Right.
Well, there's so many buttons.
Shée gets kid gloves because we don't respect her.
Yeah. Because she's a woman.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
we're not calling her
misogynistic.
Yeah, we're not calling her wide load Shée. That's just that's not cool.
Well, I have no ass, so you can't call me wide load Shée.
James and I are pushing 40, so we're allowed to be bigger boomers now.
I had to ask what Discord is today.
Oh, you're the biggest boomer here. Oh my God.
I started before I asked what it was. I said, I have a boomer question.
Is that
what
a computer
is Discord?
thing?
I think I'm part of like 20 different Discords now.
Who did you ask?
Kate?
Your friend?
Yeah.
Okay. And what did she explain? What did she tell you?
It's essentially like a group chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like individualized Facebooks.
I mean, yeah, it's really just a group chat that has a video component, but I think it's largely used for a lot of Reddit groups and a lot of gamers. I use it for actual work, like an adult. But
well, we're gonna use it for knitting.
Yeah, you can use it for knitting. That's fine.
I use it to plug the show.
Now the whole world knows.
Your knitting Discord. Oh, cultures are colliding.
You can't come.
Because he's taking SSRIs.
Yeah, no knitting Discord is gonna make me come.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
You know, when they told me that, because like I am, as you guys probably guess, I'm severely mentally unbalanced. So they're always telling you like, well, we need to put you on medication. I'm like, is that the ones that don't make you come? And they're like, it has some side effects. I'm like, I think I'd rather come.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the saltpeter. I'm completely fine with just letting go of this whole sexual thing altogether.
I kind of like it because what I'll do is I'll take that time when it hits and I'll be like, okay, this gives me a moment not to focus on that and I can like work on my other shit. And then eventually I'm like, okay, now I want to make out with people. And then I transition off of into another drug or transition down on it.
Well, you get the choice of that. You can actually command that decision.
I heard some stories about people that like took SSRIs and then got off, but their ability to come never came back,
or they couldn't stop coming.
Oh,
that's a medical anomaly. It just wouldn't stop.
How do I make that happen?
I can't get anything done. I'm
put
bottling it.
I put like what do you call the thing that the thing you put on a horse's mouth so for it to eat?
Yeah,
bridle?
The
bridle,
the bit,
feed bag.
The
feed bag. I'd put a feed bag over my dick and just constantly come.
Yeah, just emptying bottles all day.
You're gonna have to drink so much water.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of pineapple to make it taste good.
Would I develop mad cow by eating my own cum?
I is mad cow still a thing? I don't know that mad cow is still a thing.
I know.
You would only develop mad cow if you already had mad cow.
I thought mad cow comes from when you're cannibalizing too much.
I thought it came from like the beef.
Yeah, because they're feeding cows other cows.
Yeah, but there's no beef protein in your semen.
No, but like that's what happens to cannibal tribes in humans is like they'll develop the symptoms of a human version of mad cow by being cannibals for too long. So I just wondered by eating my own semen.
No, it would be no different than you eating a whole bunch of anyone else's semen.
Well, when I get my trucking license, you'll see.
Yeah, get back to us on your birthday and let us know. So anyway, so US and his brother, they're going on a little trucking mission, and US is saying that he wants to truck like his big brother, and his brother's telling him, no. I do it because I'm a fucking dullard. Although neither of us realize we don't have the same father, so I'm not sure how much the fancy book learning really helps.
He's like, well, US, the problem here is I don't want you to end up at the glory holes I visit.
Yeah, because you don't know who's on the other side, like by definition.
Right. You don't want to hear your brother's voice after you finish.
Nope.
Yeah.
Or do you?
No.
Let's find out.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you've got a lot of records to keep for us. Got to get you a moleskin book to write down all your facts and figures and stats.
I mean, I'll be dead one day. It doesn't really matter, right?
Yep.
Might as well just. I mean, the whole point of existence, right, is to gather experiences. So when you go back to the big spirit and you join back up with it, you add your experiences to it, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking super gay shit I'm not doing.
You think the spirit in the sky is really thinking like this place is just not gay enough?
Like I'm gonna go back and they're gonna be like, you got to go back and try again because like there's no cum on your breath.
Yeah, we've got plenty of just straight sex up here, and then we're just bored with it.
And this great spirit, I put all those glory holes everywhere.
Yeah, I put those there for a reason. Those are my design.
What are you, an idiot?
Like they're right there. They're called glory holes. How much clearer could I have made it?
I am God.
You will go down there and you will suck that anonymous cock.
Yes, sir. It's a shame I'm not more gay. It's a real shame. I'd be the funniest fucking gay dude of all time.
Turns out it wasn't God. It was just some guy. It was just some dude who said he was. So as US and his brother are driving on a stormy night, they're overtaken by a black truck, mysterious black truck.
Yeah, it makes things even worse is that his Jeff Hercules.
Yeah,
he's got a terrible wandering eye.
Yes, he cannot focus right.
No,
he's just drifting.
How did he get his license?
I mean, the bar was a lot lower. They
just grandfathered him in because of his parents.
Oh yeah, they're sorry about because they killed him. They killed.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All right, well here's your license. What if it was this dude that killed the parents, the black truck guy?
That would explain why they didn't show it earlier.
He's got a grudge against the family.
Yeah, he hates his family. I think we solved this book.
It's Burt Reynolds.
Chimpanzee.
Oh wait, Burt Reynolds wasn't the semi-truck driver. That was the other guy.
Oh, I thought you were thinking of
No. It was like Smoking the Bandit, but
Any which way but loose, right?
No, because there's 3 smoking the bandits, and the third one was just about the semi truck driver.
Oh.
At any rate, our mysterious truck driver, they knock US and his brother clear off of the cliff.
Yep.
And there's a
Killing
big
them both.
kaboom. Well, it should have. It certainly should have. Somehow US was thrown free. I'm assuming because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
No, because he's not a bitch.
Yeah, good to see how that seatbelt gets you.
Because his brother always stopped short. And he didn't think he needed it.
My brother's arm will take care of things.
Just grabbing that nipple.
And
Maybe he does want to go have him at the glory hole.
Yeah, you know, maybe that's where they were headed, driving recklessly. Maybe
No.
that's why the guy
What are you doing?
Now, whatever you do, don't get behind the glory hole.
Maybe that's where this other guy was headed. He was in such a hurry that he blew this guy off the road trying to get to that
Right.
glory hole.
He's trying to get there first for all the fucking.
You don't want to be the last guy in the glory hole.
No, unless that's your
No.
thing.
Yeah, you
I
want
know,
to be
I know a few
fresh.
guys at the party that wanted to go last.
no. I want to be fresh as a daisy coming in there.
It's all pre-lubed.
The dude, this mysterious guy, he descends from this cliff, and we see him laughing, and he's got all these like demonic minions behind him.
Oh, he does have a red cape.
He does have a red cape, but it's a
Oh,
reasonable
yeah.
size. Where on the cover, it's massive.
Is he wearing like a mechanic's jumpsuit?
Yeah, kind of. Maybe that's what it is. He kind of looks like Morbius.
Yeah, I was just about to say, when I was reading this, I thought like the evil trucker was Morbius. Like his doctor career didn't work out.
Yeah, it's a side hustle.
He became a trucker. It's like when like you're a doctor in Bangladesh and you move to the United States and you got to be like a cab driver or a trucker.
Yeah. You're a janitor at the lab. Yeah. US is looking up at this dude, and this guy and his
You're just
minions
gonna skip over the ad for D&D?
Yeah, you got. Oh, first of all, there's 2 ads. Go. So here's J. Jonah Jameson dropping a bunch of f-bombs.
He does drop some f-bombs.
Like, what was that about? How's that going to get me to read Marvel? Like, I mean,
it
maybe I
seemed
just
to
answered my own question.
Well, his calendar is also set to 1956, so apparently he doesn't give a shit.
Well, I mean, those days will line up sooner or later.
Yeah, you can reuse calendars every once in a while.
Like this ad for D&D, like someone should like really show the artist what a horse looks like.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there is supposed to be a horse in this image.
Like, what is that?
Oh,
That's a great response.
Yeah,
It's like
I
one of those miniature ponies. Like one of those
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying?
like
Like
show
those
ponies. Yeah,
little tiny little show ponies.
What about
Yeah,
the
that's
guy
what I
that's his shoulders are up around his ears, or his like not the shoulders, like his
His cloak,
collar?
Yeah.
He's following. He forgot his mask.
Just
So you gotta do the thing where you pull your coat up.
I've
you
done
know?
it before.
I've
I did
done
it
it.
once before. I had to run and go pick up some food, and I realized at the last second it was too late. Yeah.
Yep. Pull
All
your
right.
shirt up.
So in the flaming wreckage of the truck, we see our mysterious driver called the Highwayman and his evil minions. They're descending, but before they can actually reach the truck, everything just explodes. There's a ball of white light and thunderous explosions.
I will always think of that Johnny Cash Outlaws song, Highwayman, whenever someone says that.
Yeah, all of them, you mean? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they rush US to the hospital,
Right.
and they try some experimental shit on him. Why not?
Yeah, well, you know, in reality, though, he'd have to wait 10 months for the insurance company to approve the experimental thing. They're like, well, he
Yeah,
doesn't really need it.
Yeah, see if
yeah,
it's necessary.
That's what drives me crazy in these Marvel comics, like in the United States. Like, they're always getting fucked up and going straight to the hospital and getting treatment. It's like, what
Well,
world is that?
In a world with superheroes everywhere, I guess they need to hurry up and get people in and out.
They're like, we're going to try this brand new thing. We're going to replace a skull with a big piece of steel. The insurance company ain't going to pay for that steel.
Yeah, that was a $2 billion operation.
They're like, is he going to live with an exposed brain? They're like, I guess. Like, that's
Maybe
all
since
his
it
ass
was-
needs.
Maybe since it was but he volunteered since it was experimental.
They would just attach a bike helmet to him.
Yep.
Or they
Push
would-
out the
Maybe
door.
because he was so pretty, it was okay. And
Or
they
they
just did it.
They would Joe Dirt him and just like sew the wig to
Yeah,
his head.
so now we got to preserve this guy. He's a beautiful man. So yeah, here's the deal. They put like a steel plate in his skull that interfaces with his brain, I guess, but then the skin is able to graft over it, and actually he's able to continue growing his hair and everything. So he looks perfectly normal. So they botched the opportunity to have him have like a metal head.
They like it's like they before they attached to his head, the doctor's like, we're gonna put a bunch of Kirby shit on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of like, it was like a mother box inside his skull. This was another opportunity to have an exposed brain, one of our favorite themes here, and they didn't do it.
It's just a prosthetic skull. Like all
Yeah.
those little design things aren't necessary.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's microchips and there's integrated circuits.
I don't think it was wise of them to make the bandage wrapping red, though, after a
It's
surgery.
his favorite color. His
It's
favorite
also
color.
it's also dumb. They're like, because of this skull, this prosthetic skull, they'll put the skin back on and the hair will start growing. And it's like, that's what happens when you that's like that already exists. Like
Yeah.
prosthetic skulls and then just wrapping the skin back around it. Yeah, that's how that works. It's
Well,
not That's not experimental.
well,
That's how
it's-
they do that.
It got his brain working again. Like
I thought
it's
all they
interfaces
said in
with
the book.
brain.
All they said in the book was that he cracked his skull open and the skull was too damaged, so they replaced it with a metal frame. That's it.
I think if your skull is so damaged that they can't repair it, it's implied that your brain is damaged.
No, they just that happens all the time. They
Let's ask Kid Rock. See what happened to him.
writing bangers is what happened to him because he's a cowboy, baby. Come
Yeah.
on, that shit was awesome when that first came out. You guys trying to tell me that wasn't
No,
like-
I was not, even in the day I wasn't enjoying it, and I was in Michigan at the time, so I was
Oh.
supposed to like it.
Man, I was driving around in Joe Plocher's Oldsmobile, and he bought that CD, and we would just cruise around town listening to that shit.
Wow. Then he had like a little person friend. Who was that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Joe C.
What's his name?
Joe C. Yeah, he had a 10-inch dick, according to all the raps that he did.
Yeah, he's probably dead, I'm assuming.
I'm glad he died before he got canceled. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. No, he wasn't going to survive the new age. He wasn't
Like-
surviving the Me Too era.
Pretty much every rap solo he had in the Kid Rock songs was about how he was extremely problematic.
I mean, he's got a chip on his shoulder, on his tiny shoulder.
It's like, bro.
Yeah. So, US, as he's recovering, he is insistent that the highwayman did something with his brother's body. I think maybe they even say they didn't find the body. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they said that Jeff Hercules' body disappeared, and there's
Yeah.
no
Okay.
evidence of a
And this is
highwayman.
a comic book, so no
This is a
body,
comic
no
book,
death.
yeah. So they're saying no evidence of foul play, but US is sure of what he saw, which really, he's not a reliable witness. His brain just cracked open like an egg.
Yep. And
Like-
he also aged 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, he was under for a long time. So he's released. He goes to live back at the Shortstop Diner. And I like this part where Wide Load Annie is trying to bring him some vegetables. And Papa Wheelie waves it away and calls vegetable diet nonsense.
Right. Because a
Yeah.
real man swallows semen.
Well, because she's like, there's nothing more important than eating your vegetables right now. No, it was specific. It was like
probably right.
green vegetables.
And they're like, get the
green
fuck out of here,
vegetables.
fat ass Annie. We don't have time for you and your fucking motherly nonsense. He goes, hey, listen, Shortstop, I like that when she does. He goes, shut the fuck up, you little dweeb.
And she listens and she leaves. She just says, all right, I'm leaving, and leaves us.
I mean, it is nonsense. She said there's nothing better for a cracked skull than your green vegetables.
Dude,
That's
from
nonsense.
her perspective, that's the best she knows.
Is that true, though? Is that untrue?
It's probably not the best thing for a cracked skull, but it's better than eating the potatoes and meat and semen diet that Papa Wheelie wants him to
Well,
have.
I imagine like meat and potatoes would be the best thing. Because you're getting all them
Fair.
proteins.
Well, I'm thinking more of just like pepperoni, high in triglycerides.
Oh, man, I would love some pepperoni right now.
He needs to just eat grilled chicken.
Through a glory hole.
Yeah. All right.
I'd be the most fun trucker ever. I'd have to get tested a lot.
So US decides, all right, once he gets out of this situation and his head's healed and everything, he's going to head out there. He's going to figure out what happened to his brother. But in the meantime, he's realizing that he's receiving CB radio signals through his brain.
Yep. It turns out, though, that's what all truckers have. And that's the calling of the trucker.
Wow. Well, we just exposed the secret we weren't supposed to talk about.
No, and now we're all
We
going
weren't
to be
supposed to
killed.
know about this.
It's like that
Yep.
Simpsons episode where they have the machine that
Yeah, the
drives the truck for 'em.
tattlers. Yeah, the
Found
tattlers.
out, yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, the
They have
tattlers
a
are
King of the Hill episode too.
Yeah, those are the tattlers. The tattlers that record
Yeah, that's-
where you're going. Yeah. And also, he says that I don't think he necessarily says it in this issue, but he says in another issue that he touches different teeth, like he touches the different fillings on his teeth to receive different frequencies. So somehow his tongue is connected to his brain.
No, like because he's pressing the metal down and the metal's hitting the nerve.
I guess I don't know, man. I'm not
Look at
buying
me!
this.
Look at me trying to defend the book.
Yeah. You're coming to the aid of this book.
Well, I mean,
All right.
I have a soft spot for gay truckers.
Yeah. Well, especially beautiful ones like this.
I mean, maybe I want to be a beautiful gay trucker.
Someday, pushing
Someday.
40, but someday I'm going to be a blonde, beautiful trucker.
Someday, yeah.
So
maybe.
US says, let's not tell anybody that I'm getting radio signals in my brain that might be useful on my weird trip that I'm about to go off on.
But he's like, what are you talking about? You have a doctorate in like computer science. What the fuck? You're not going anywhere.
Yeah. You've got
You got to pay back more on me.
You have $200,000 worth of student loans to pay off for sure.
Yeah, they were like, your brother Jeff had to go to work trucking in order to help us pay for your school, and you're just gonna be a fucking trucker. Not only the $2 million we go to pay for your stupid skull.
Yeah. Also, his last wish was for you to not do this.
Yeah.
What a piece. What if the evil trucker was like his dad who like disappeared?
I want to say, all right. So, spoiler alert for a book nobody's going to read. I want to say I looked ahead, and somehow it like is his brother.
That's what I figured was going to happen.
Yeah, his brother's involved somehow. Aliens are involved, definitely.
Okay.
Aliens came down from outer space and got involved in the trucking industry.
Right, and they're delivering for Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're all doing in the future. We're all about 2 years away from delivering for Amazon.
I watched a documentary about how the sheiks took over the trucking industry. Like the majority of truckers now are sheiks, where like the idea, like the old trope of the Christian chapel at the truck stop has been replaced with like sheik temples.
Is it chic or Sikh?
Sikh? I don't know.
Oh,
I'm a
those
white
are two
bigot.
very
I don't
different
know.
things. Yeah, Sikhs are a very different thing.
The guys with the turbans and the little swords.
See, you said chic, and I'm just thinking of the Iron Sheik.
That's no. I'm thinking of Sikh.
So that's all I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
of.
Okay, Shay's right.
Okay.
SIKH.
Turbans and the twirly mustaches and the little swords.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're all truckers.
I don't know why that seems offensive, but it does.
They have a problem with like, because like the sword thing is like so part of their culture. They give it to their sons when they turn a certain age, but they gotta take it with them everywhere they go, including schools. But schools are like, you can't bring a fucking sword.
Wow. Well, I guess if everybody has a sword, then nobody has a sword.
Before you go like, Mike, this all sounds really racist. This is all the information I got from the documentary I watched because I wanted to learn more.
This is from his Jordan Peterson podcast he was listening to.
Yeah, I was about to say, was that loose change?
So, US's plan is to outfit this new rig. They help him. They also help him finance buying a truck. By the way,
where are they getting the money from? They own a shitty diner, and he ain't
must be
working. He's out trolling for Strange.
They probably had to start charging at the glory hole.
Maybe they're selling NFTs.
Yep, that's it. They're using his special brain powers.
Well, in fairness, US outfits this truck like he's Elon Musk, like this is a Tesla truck.
Well, he does have all those degrees.
He
it
does
looks
have
a hell of a lot better than a Tesla truck.
I gotta give it to the truck.
Sure
the truck is pretty cool because you can stand up in it, like you don't have to necessarily sit down, and you stand in the center of the cab rather than off to the side.
And I saw it had the Joe Rogan seal of approval.
Yep, he loved it. He's first putting in a pre-order.
James's favorite.
Yep, my boy Joe Rogan. Get all kinds of useful information from him.
When chimps attack people, they rip your dick off.
That's right, Joe Rogan.
All right. They also chimps don't need vaccines.
Well, I do. This chimp does.
All your cuck scenes.
I wouldn't give him the vaccines anyways.
Joe Rogan, yeah, you don't want him. You don't deserve any vaccines.
No, I'm
Joe
talking about the
Rogan
monkeys. I wouldn't give the monkeys vaccines anyway. Yeah, no, I wouldn't give them the vaccine.
They're an important part of the ecosystem, Shée. When one
we can't
goes,
lose any
dominoes,
species. We need them all.
I just read a report. It was like we're 40 years away from like 30% of like all animals to be extinct.
I just remember like every time there's like a small frog or something that's in danger of going extinct, there's always a bunch of conservative douchebags yelling about how could this possibly matter? Who cares? We're bending over backwards to keep this tiny little frog alive as if it would matter. Like, dude, the frog's eaten by the fish that's eaten by the bear that keeps the whole fucking ecosystem going.
Well, the frog,
we need it.
Well, the amphibians eat all the bugs too.
Yeah, we need all of this stuff. Like we're barely hanging on. It's a very delicate balance.
Yeah, frogs absorb water through their skin, but if that water has bleach in it, they go extinct.
Yeah. Do fish eat frogs? I may have been wrong about that. You catch my meaning though.
I don't know.
I'm sure the occasional
deers
fish
probably do.
Yeah, sure.
I know deers eat birds.
Yeah,
I learned that.
Yeah, good for deers.
From Joe Rogan.
You had a lot of interesting theories. So then we learned about US's truck, and it's got all these. It basically has GPS. It's got remote
Batmobile.
control. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So he's even outfitted his truck with a silver dollar, and the silver dollar has like remote start and everything built into it.
Right, he's got
Yeah.
that working better than Elon.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he does. And he sets up Papa for making a dad joke.
he does. He sets up Papa to make a joke about inflation, about how it used to be that you would stop on a dime and now you stop on a whole dollar.
So here's my big question about this story. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he have a like a truck bed?
What are you talking about?
Like a something to like a what do you call that?
Oh, cargo. Why can
car-
he actually
Yeah,
hold cargo?
Who's he working for?
Well, I think he needs to go undetected. So if he doesn't have the bed,
Lots of guys they're driving without a cargo bed.
right? But if you're known as if people start seeing your truck, they're on the CB radio, they're constantly seeing that the US1 truck never has a bed on it. They might start getting suspicious, or maybe it transforms. This was the 80s after all.
He also has to lure out the highwayman.
Yeah, but he's just driving back and forth in the same spot. It turns out the guy is just always there.
Yeah, it's weird. We're gonna get to that in a second. But yeah, we see that Papa Wheelie makes a joke about inflation, which is odd because I didn't know Joe Biden was president in 1983 too.
Joe Biden doesn't understand anything.
I mean, it's adding to the theory that he is actually Ronald Reagan. The theory we've been working on here.
He is.
Yep.
I mean, they all are.
So the truck's pretty cool, but another thing U.S. could have done with all this, he could have sold it to GM and used the money to finance a real investigation.
Yeah, the quarter that also controls your driverless truck. Like, I'm pretty sure you could sell that and be a billionaire.
Somebody would have taken that. Yeah.
Or he could have started his own company and been a billionaire. If I was Pops and Fat Ass Annie, I'd be pissed.
We are never getting out of debt, you fucking asshole.
They're like, I gotta make fucking eggs for these fucking assholes coming in here, and they stink.
Dude, this guy loves trucking. This is how much he
Every
loves
trucker
trucking.
comes in and wrecks the bathroom.
Yep.
Why? Because my eggs are runny as shit. Yeah,
Yep. She's not a good cook.
No, I mentioned all the glory holes they're punching through the walls that I gotta patch up.
Yeah.
It's not that Pa's helping doing it. He's making them himself.
It's amazing how they managed to stay in business this long.
He's getting his back broke, getting hollowed out, and
Yep.
hollowing out others.
Oh, he's a switch. That's nice.
Well, he's been around.
Yeah.
He appreciates his male G spot. I'm a coward for not finding mine. I'm afraid of hitting a clump.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So US heads out. I don't know really what his plan is, but he's heading out in his truck to go find his brother.
That's like US's problem throughout this whole thing is planning.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah,
at no
he's
point does he
bad
say
at
what
it.
he's actually going to do.
Like, he's able to go to school and play football, which requires a lot of planning. He gets all of his homework done. He gets like 3 doctorates and all this super complicated shit because he's good at book learning, as they say in the story. And his plan was like, as soon as he gets out of college, I'm going to be a trucker just like you, poor brother. And he's just like, listen, stupid. Like, maybe you should just build driverless trucks and put guys like me out of business.
He's blinded by his love of trucking.
Maybe
Nothing's
that's
more
what,
important to him than trucking.
Maybe that's what really happened. Maybe he told his brother about his plans to automate the truck industry, and his brother just drives off the side of a cliff out of depression.
Oh, yeah. I've got nothing to live for anymore.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And the brother feels so guilty that he killed him that he made up the story about Morbius.
So US starts driving. It instantly starts raining. It looks suspiciously like what happened the night that he lost his brother.
Yeah, almost like it's almost like this isn't happening and that didn't happen.
There's a rock slide. He's slipping and sliding on the road, and all of a sudden, the highwayman shows up. Now, he's probably been driving for all of like 5 minutes.
You can tell that he's related to Jeff Hercules because they both have the same stupid wandering eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do see that US can't quite keep focused. So the highwayman shows up and tries to run US off the road. In his brand new truck.
Yep.
Maiden voyage.
Son of a bitch. Morbius? It's clearly Morbius.
I'm gonna have to go back and have Papa Wheelie buy me another new truck.
Look at
I
that.
got another loan.
He's got fangs. He's got the Morbius fucking cool hair.
Yeah, he does look a lot like Morbius.
He's got the high collar. How is that not Morbius?
I can't really dispute it, except for the fact that I've read the following issues and it's not.
Maybe it was supposed to be Morbius and they changed it.
Yeah, like we don't want to drag Morbius down with this.
Or elevate him.
So they're crisscrossing. They're kind of ramming each other Ben-Hur style And we do get a little bit of a look of the highwayman looking out his window at US, giving him that you stupid kid kind of look, shaking his fist.
He goes, hey, wait, you're gonna kill us both while I'm trying to kill you for some reason. I'm not your brother. It's like Racer X.
What an odd thing for him to say. So there's a bridge out, and I guess Papa Wheelie had been smart enough to put some sort of like nitro burst in his truck.
Yeah, it would have been a lot easier to get over that jump if you didn't have that.
If he didn't have the whole cargo bed. Yeah, that's true.
Because this is about family.
Yep.
So he made sure he was fast and furious.
Family.
The truck's just full of meth.
Well, he's got to make a little money on the side. How's he going to pay for this fucking truck?
Right?
Didn't Fast and Furious go into space too?
I think they did. Yeah, I think in the last one they finally went to space.
You know, I've never seen those movies. Not one.
I mean, there's really not anything to see.
I didn't even see The Rock and Jason Statham's fucking Hobbs and Shaw. I didn't see that either.
That's a spin-off.
The extended Fast and Furious universe.
Yeah, but you think I would watch a movie with The Rock and Jason Statham? You think I would check that out? That's
probably true. Well, you're not a car guy. That's the thing.
Am I not?
If they were wrestling, that'd be another thing.
I'm sure they wrestle in the movie.
Yeah. Hopefully there's an extended wrestling sequence in the middle of it.
Right?
Didn't they not get along?
I think that was the whole point of the movie, was that they didn't get along.
Oh, okay.
And then in the end, they do.
They got to wrestle it out. Yeah.
Yeah, like
nothing brings men together like wrestling.
Right. When James and I first met, we had to arm wrestle. Winner gets to go last at the glory hole.
Yeah, it was a real over the top situation.
Right. James has my son.
By which I mean, I was looking over the top of the stall and I could see who was on the other side.
Oh, it's you.
I saw Mike's bald head.
Peekaboo.
Look at this guy.
This guy got no hair. I can see why you're behind the glory hole.
So US does make this jump onto the bridge, but right as he's about to go in, he sees that Papa Wheelie is just standing on the road like a dumbass.
Yeah, what's he doing there? He said
being a super fucking dumbass.
He says like, I was looking for you.
Yes.
It's like, were you just like walking around?
He was
How'd
walking
you get
around
there?
a couple miles away from this short stop.
Maybe he was hitchhiking to get some strange.
Yes.
Pretending to be helpless.
Finally got US out of the house. I can get back to what I really love. No kids snooping around.
They're like, Papa Wheelie, I think you're too fat and old to be the defenseless hitchhiker.
No.
Who gets
I'm a bear.
Get out of here, US. I'm trying to get fucked in the ass.
Go find your fucking brother.
I've been backed up for a while and I need to get that taken care of.
So in order to save his father from being run down by the highwayman, US is able to run the highwayman off the road, but they suspect he's not dead because they got more issues to fill, I guess.
You know, I know, Aaron, I forgot to bring this up, but when Papa Wheelie adopts the kids, they start calling him Papa.
Yeah.
You'd imagine he put a stop to that because he makes other people call him Papa.
Yeah, it makes me really uncomfortable that my adopted son is calling me the same name as my anonymous dicks that I'm sucking.
Yeah, right.
Like I don't like. I'm pretty kinky, but that's a line I didn't want to cross.
It's like when I go home with the girl to meet her family, and I'm like, she calls me daddy too.
Yeah, uncomfortable.
When I'm pounding it out, you know what I'm saying? Now I need you to pound it out. I put my fist out to get fist bumped by the dad.
Right,
pound it out.
Right. Yeah, that's how you got to test it. Like two dogs sniffing each other. You got to see what kind of a guy he is.
Is it good or bad if he does it back?
It's good for me. It means I can do it in the house later.
Be on the same page. Yeah. You can ask him to leave. Like, get out of here and give him $20 to go to a movie.
Is it bad for him? Well, it might be a red flag for me because it could mean that he's just trying to get rid of his daughter.
Yeah, low stock.
Like
low
she's
value.
like a piece of shit, and he's just like, get her out of the house, and this motherfucker will take her in.
Let her drag you down. I've had enough. Yeah. Then at the end here, we get Papa Wheelie trying to explain what the hell he was doing here.
Yeah,
I guess
not trolling for strange, if that's what you're thinking.
he's probably a couple miles away from the shortstop, standing on just a random bridge. I don't see a vehicle anywhere. I don't know how he got there.
I now realize the first half of the show I was calling him shortstop.
You were at one point. Well, yeah, some people probably call him shortstop.
Yeah, they do because of his stubby fucking tuna can.
Exactly, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, he says he was worried about US, so rather than call him, because I'm assuming US has a phone in that fancy Cybertruck he has.
No, but he has a fucking CB brain, so all he had to do was get on the CB.
Yeah, got on CB.
Good point, Shée.
Yeah, lower left molar is my frequency. Yeah. So
I'm concerned
US
about US too, because all those fucking liberals in the White House.
that's not the US I was talking about, son. And yeah, so US tells him like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll just come back to shortstop. We got to fix up my car. That guy did like $100,000 worth of damage.
Here's funny, like they're just looking at they're looking down at where he crashed, and they're like, I can't. Well, he's gone. I guess I killed him or something.
Well, they actually say they don't investigate it. They just say, well, he'll be back. We'll see.
They're like, well, I can't see the wreckage. I guess that's it.
I mean, I guess I could call the cops, but it's kind of been a long day already.
Right,
they're fill out those forms.
Papa Will's like, yeah, they're looking for me for other stuff.
Yeah, I can't be here. I can't be here when they arrive. Sorry, son, but I do need you to give me a ride back.
We're in a state with a lot of sodomy laws.
And that's it. That's how that ends. I don't know, man. What do we think of that?
I'm gonna give this because it's James' birthday, 5 James birthdays.
Wow. So 5 crying into his pillows. Yep, got it.
That's what you do on your birthday, bro.
I've had a lot of sad birthdays, I'll say.
Well, you're almost 40, so it's all going to be sad birthdays from here on out.
I think they're getting better. I think they're honestly getting better. I had a lot of sad birthdays as a kid. But,
I'm okay with being alone now.
You know what? It's gotten a lot easier not having many friends. That's a big problem.
That's a lie I say to myself too. It's just so peaceful.
I'm not going to say it was. I'm not going to say it wasn't bad for a lot of years, but somewhere around, I don't know, around 30-ish or so, I started being okay with it. And you know what?
I got my friends on Discord.
No, I'm not a virtual friends kind of guy. It's not what I mean.
All my friends are on Discord now.
I think Shay's going to take me bowling today. I think that's the plan.
Yep.
I want to go bowling. What the fuck? Why can't I go?
You can go. Do you want to come with us?
Yes, I love bowling.
Okay, come bowling with us.
This is a weird temporal thing because I'm saying today, but it's actually a few weeks from now.
Right. Yeah. I want to go.
Okay.
Right, we'll let you know.
It's a party now.
Yeah. Well, I want to. Yeah. God forbid you invite your best friend to your fucking birthday party, you stupid asshole.
It's going to be very antagonistic now, though. We're going to be very angry the entire time.
That's terrible.
Yeah, you can
James.
come.
That's terrible, James. Am I your best friend? That'd be awful.
I mean, it's not a deep bench. I'll say that.
Yeah, they're pretty sure you guys are mine. You'd have to be at this point.
I don't want to. I always thought it was kind of fucked up when you rank your friends. Like, oh, there's my best friend.
Oh no, they're the ones I like.
Yeah. No. I have a small but wonderful coterie of friends.
Yeah.
I think best friend is the one that you put as your emergency contact kind of thing.
Oh my god. Well, I wouldn't trust James with that. I don't think he'd trust me with it.
No.
James would resent me if I put James down as my emergency.
Yeah, I don't want that call in the middle of the night.
He's like, this motherfucker, because it's different. Because James is
okay. Let me rephrase it. Your best friend is the one that you would call for bail money.
I was gonna say because James would call. I'd be his emergency contract for hospital, and James would be mine for bail.
And I would never need it, but I've had to bail people out before. It's not fucking fun.
And I've been bailed out before.
Yeah.
I
don't know, man.
Not the same instance.
And it's
let me clear that up.
Best friend is the one that you don't mind being on the other side of that glory hole.
Speaking of my dad, he never bailed me out ever. He would let me sit.
No, you learned from that.
Oh my god.
I've never been in jail.
Shée, what'd you think of this?
I'm gonna give it 1 bowling ball.
Yeah. I'll say it's not as bad as it seems, but it's still pretty bad. 2 out of 5 birthday spankings.
Ooh. You know, I'm gonna change my rating. I'm gonna change it to 1 toothless glory hole dick sucker, but that's like 10 stars.
Ooh. What do I say to that?
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how ugly they are when they got that gummy blowjob going.
Yeah, that's why he had all of his teeth kicked out.
That's
for that reason.
James is very tall.
Yep.
Can you see over the barriers in the restrooms when you stand up? Yes,
I can.
Ew.
Not to the point where I could see who's next over, but if I'm in, if I went to a bathroom stall, I could absolutely see the guys in the urinal and vice versa.
So what you're saying is I should always be in the stall next to you.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just look over and say hi. Hey.
Activities.
Hello. Yeah, man. I think that's it. In a lot of ways, that's it.
Yep, that's
Because
it.
we got to talk about what's happening next week.
Yep.
You're not going to believe this, guys. It's time for our 200th episode.
Oh God.
That's
Yeah.
so many numbers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's probably too many. I remember when we did our 100th episode and Mike said, something like 100 more. And I kind of went,
There was no way, right?
Here we are.
I think for the
The day has
last few
come.
years we've been like, all right, one more year.
Yeah, one more year and then I just can't stand it. I have nights where I can't stand it and then I enjoy it and then I have a great time. So
Can't
it's a
stand
tough thing.
ya.
Can't stand ya. That's another Seinfeld reference that Shea won't get.
Is it
but-
because it sounds like Costanza?
Correct.
Yeah, that was his nickname. That was George Costanza's nickname in high school.
While he was being
Can't stand
sexually
you.
assaulted.
Oh God.
It was
Yeah.
pretty. It
Yeah.
was pretty rough. There's
Yeah.
also an episode of Seinfeld where they impersonate George and Jerry impersonate a white supremacist so they can
Yep.
get his limo ride.
Yep. They didn't know at the time. They just went with it afterwards.
And they went with it, and they had to pretend to hate Jews in order to not get killed by
Which-
these white supremacists.
Which is funny because they're both Jewish.
That's what. Yeah, that's part of the joke of it. Yeah, it's real dark. It's real dark.
I love that George's like, well, she's an attractive Nazi.
Show turned into a Seinfeld podcast so gradually I never even noticed. But yeah, 200th episode.
Yeah, it's 200.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about this on the show or not. We may have, but we've been talking about it behind the scenes for a while. We do a Batman episode every 10th episode. We've been holding on to this one for a while because it's big for me personally. And it's a 2-part episode. And we're going to start with Showcase 94 #1. It's from 1994. All right. It's a Joker story. And it has the distinction of being, I think, the only comic book that ever actually frightened me as a child. We're going to confront that.
You know, we're talking about new rules for the show, like stuff we're gonna do earlier today, and one of them was like picking characters for like social media cred.
We'll tie in with the SEO. Yeah.
Good thing about the Joker is that motherfucker's always trending on Twitter.
Always. There's always 4 or 5 Joker movies in the
Every
hopper,
time
for
I
sure.
log into Twitter, it'll tell me like the Joker's trending on Twitter.
Well, he's the official superhero of incels.
Yep, guys like
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
I'm an incel. I'm not getting laid, and I'm not happy about it.
Was it involuntary?
Well, I'm not getting laid.
Yeah.
I thought you just got laid.
Yeah, I did.
I don't. Yeah, I only buy about 30% of what Mike says.
Like,
It wasn't like the kind of sex I like, though.
that
It was
doesn't
more
mean
like-
it didn't count.
It's more like I had like you
Yeah.
gotta blow her back out, and I don't really like doing that. Too many of these girls want me to be mean about it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe because
you
I
know,
have such a bad boy attitude, but really like sexually, I'm not at all.
modern women, they can handle themselves.
Yeah,
Sisters
I'm-
are doing it for themselves.
I know. I'm so beta with my sexual needs.
No.
Validate me at an emotional level.
They just want just a steam shovel going right through them nowadays.
That's right. They don't need to pretend to care about our feelings anymore, since they don't need us financially.
Well, their tolerance threshold has been raised with those giant vibrating whatever they are, those hydraulics that they put in their vaginas now.
Yep.
Those
Let me-
hydraulics they put in their vaginas now.
Those fucking those dildos.
You guys understand women so well.
You know the one I'm talking about. It's like
Hey.
2 feet long.
You're talking about the
It looks like a vacuum
the
cleaner.
wand.
The
Yeah.
wand.
Hey, I got girls coming to me to get their backs broken out. But despite me not wanting to do it.
But we're gonna have to talk about this off. Did you say no?
Me? No, I mean, I'm not going to turn down getting laid. I'm not an idiot.
Okay, I wanted to check in with you.
I think we're talking about like a Bane thing, just like right over the knee.
Oh,
I mean, I had
okay.
him over my knee like for
Yeah.
a short amount of time
Yeah.
because they've been bad girls.
Oh.
Speaking of a short amount of time, we have a short amount of time to wrap this up.
Yeah.
We're getting
Well,
out of here.
let's wrap it up right now. We'll see you
Yeah.
next time for the episode 200.
Well, hey, yeah, okay. Is that your final thought? You closing that out?
Sure.
Sure. All right. I thought you had some about glory holes at the end. I don't know
Well,
why.
they're-
I don't know why I expected that.
Well, they're great, and people shouldn't be looking down on them so much. And James is looking down at it from over
No,
the
I am
stall.
looking down at him. I'm looking down at him all the time. Shea?
I'm gonna use my time in order to do some plugs.
Oh yeah, we got to plug shit.
See, this is why Shea can't take over like that, Mike. There's an order to things.
So why don't you Tokyo Drift onto Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts to rate and subscribe to us. And once you get your CDL, follow us on Dark Side's Couch and on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dark Side's Couch, all one word.
Okay. I think that's it.
That was great.
We're out of here. Ta-ta for now, Christian Crusader. We'll talk to you next time on the couch.
I'm talking about a truck stop. Pace Club. Come on, truck stop. Pace Club. Talking about a truck stop. Pace Club. Come truck stop.
This protest began because of the federal government's restrictions on trucker freedoms. Our movement has grown in Canada and across the world because common people
want to get sucked off.
And